the Mystery Mouse podcast. My name is Holly and I'm coming to you from Colorado, where I live with my husband and our 5 kids and our many pets. And today is Saturday, March 1st. Today's episode includes knitting, a little bit of cross stitch, a few yarn acquisitions, some book talk, and information about some new stuff that's going into my shop, which I'm very, very excited about. So first of all, what am I wearing? This is a vest that I am hoping to write the pattern for. So I am calling it to myself my bookish vest. I also thought about calling it the little reader vest for this little mouse. So let me stand up and I can show it to you. It is a cropped vest with a split hem. It has broken rib for all the ribbing. It's broken rib. And the back, the ribbing comes up into a V in the back, which I think is really pretty and adds some interest to the back. It's a V-neck and looks great with a collared shirt. This was just my prototype of this vest, but I eventually will need some test knitters. So if you are interested in testing this pattern for me, please reach out to me in the comments or on Instagram. You can direct message me. My Instagram handle I will put here. It's Mystery Mouse Yarn. And those would be the best places to get a hold of me. So I would love to have like, I don't know, 10 testers maybe. 5 to 10 would be great. So I duplicate stitched this design on after I knit the entire vest. So, and actually what I did, I got this idea. I knit the front of the vest. So it's knit from the bottom up in pieces, but of course it's only 2 pieces. And I duplicate stitched some of these books on, and then I kind of got stuck because my initial design was a little different. I wanted to have a fatter vase and more flowers, but I was having such a hard time. The vase never looked right. You know, when you are designing something on paper and then you do it in the knitting, it just looks very different because it's not a true square or even a rectangle, it's a V. So it just looks very different on the knitting. So I kind of got stuck. But after some encouragement from a few people I showed this to, which was very helpful, thank you, I picked it back up. I just decided to start knitting the back. So I knit the whole back. I seamed it up. I did the neck band and the arm bands. And then I just decided to tackle trying to figure out what to do here. And I'm really, really happy with what I ended up with. I love this little mouse. He's holding a book. See his little paws? And he's got his little tail. And one thing that I did in this design, and one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because, first of all, I have seen like maybe mostly hats, accessories where you duplicate stitch a design in afterwards. And I was thinking, well, if you wanted to do that on a garment, the hardest thing would be to decide, where do I put this? What if you put it over and it's like off center and, you know, you don't even realize it till you get it all done and you're like, I wish I had moved that over one or whatever. So what I did was I did a garter stitch row under the books for the bottom of the shelf so that when you start doing your design, you can just look exactly up from those garter stitch bumps and see, okay, this is where this should go. And so I'm really hoping that that will be helpful. Now, I think when I do this pattern, what I'll do is I'll have the chart. It'll be, you know, just this large chart. And you could do it in Tarja, and there are probably people who would like to do it in Tarja. But because it's so many color changes, I know I would feel less overwhelmed doing it afterwards. And this kind of, I think, is related to my love of cross stitch and wanting to do like a picture, even a picture that kind of tells a story. And it was very challenging because this is much bigger in scale. Like you can't be as detailed as, you know, you could it in a little cross stitch. And I didn't do any embroidery stitches at all. There's no, you know, no back stitches. This is all completely duplicate stitched. So I'm just so happy with how it turned out. I just love it. So anyway, this is in worsted weight. I just dyed all this yarn. And so I don't know how many colors I used. I didn't even check, but this is the same brown as the mouse. I did not dye the black for his eyes. I just took a scrap of some other black. But I also wanted to do it in worsted weight because I wanted to have something that was quick to knit because, you know, there's no sleeves. You know how I hate sleeves. And I have decided to dub this year, 2025, the year of the vest, because I have, like, besides this, I have at least 2 other yarn quantities that I have mentally put aside for vests. So different kind of vests. One of them is a fingering weight Fair Isle. And the other one is, I think, it might be a worsted weight also. And I have like a big mini skein set of like, I don't even know. It might be 10 gram minis, or it might even be smaller than that, but there's a whole bunch of them. And then I have a full skein. If you guys remember, I bought that in Pennsylvania last summer. So I want that to be a vest. So this has just been coming to a head for me. And so I'm going to be working on writing up this pattern. I do want to make a few adjustments. I want to make it slightly narrower at the shoulder. I want to adjust my rate of decreases here and the way I do the decreases. But overall, I'm just very, very happy with how this came out. So if you would be interested in test knitting this for me sometime in the future, probably not for at least a few weeks, if not a couple months, just let me know in the comments or message me on Instagram and let me know, and I will start compiling a list. And I'm not going to have a million testers, so it's kind of like first come, you know, we'll see. So, but I hope you guys love it. I just really love it. So what else have I been knitting? Well, I have a few old whips. I have a few new cast-ons. So let me start with one of my new cast-ons. This is in this bag, which is from A Needle Runs Through It. As you can see, I love books. This is another vest, actually. Another reason I'm calling this the year of the vest. So, but this is all I've got so far, and you can hardly see anything because it's black. It's just black ribbing. This is yarn I dyed also. And I am knitting this vintage vest from this old Bear brand Hand Knits for Young America for boys and girls. I'm knitting this for Ivy. So what year is this? I'm always interested in what year this is. Oh, it's in Roman numerals. So hold on, I have to do my brain. 1955. That's the year my mother was born. And here is the vest I'm doing. It's this plaid one right there. Now Ivy is almost 13. She is very thin, and so I'm just doing the largest size. Now this calls for Bear brand Castellane sport yarn in 4 colors, and I am using fingering weight yarn. The sizes are 6, 8, and 10. I'm just doing the largest size. Did I swatch? No, I did not. But I think this ribbing looks pretty good. It's just, you knit the front and the back separately. And I'm very interested in the construction of this. And actually, I am completely ignoring the beginning of the instructions. It has you knit a little bit of ribbing, and then it's kind of like you're folding it under as a facing. So I'm just completely omitting that, and I'm doing regular old ribbing for all of the facings. So they have that on the neck and on the arms also, where it's like you tuck it under, and so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to follow their directions for the plaid. So basically you do stripes for the plaid, and you carry up for I think 2 colors some of the plaid stripes, like there's 1 stitch. So I'm going to have to make a bunch of bobbins, which is why it's still at this stage, because I'm going to have to be very careful or I'm going to make a mess. So I have this black with a needle stuck in it. This is just black. This is the beauty color. It's like a dark, deep dark green. And then I've got sort of a medium gray and a very pale gray. So that's the colors we're doing. Let me see if I can hold them all up together. I think it's going to be really, really pretty. Ivy has discovered that she likes dark green, and she also just discovered Harry Potter. Like I said, she's almost 13, so she's just in that age where, I don't know, you become obsessive about things, I think. And so she's already decided, she just finished the first book, and she's decided she's a Slytherin. I think she decided that ahead of time, to be honest. But, so that's why she wants the green and gray and black. So that is that, and every day she bothers me about working on it, so I'm trying to oblige, but there are other things I want to work on. Let's do an older whip. So last time I showed you in this Delightful Works bag, which I always am using, that I was working on my Advent cowl, and I finished the teacup and teapot. So cute. One of these I messed up. I should make sure I'm not showing you the messed up one. Well, whatever. They all look the same to me, but I feel like on one of them I didn't do it quite right. So I was here last time right at the bottom of the teapot, and now I have just started the next chart, which is a little bicycle. So here's the bottom of one tire. I really want to work on this and get it done. But would you let me know in the comments also if you would be interested in me putting this pattern out? I would need to kind of reformat it because I have it all in different clues. And so, but I think actually it would be a pretty simple pattern to put out. So please let me know if you would be interested in me putting this on my, in my Etsy shop. All right, last time I also showed you, I think I switched bags for this. This is in this little, I think this is Freckled Whimsy, which I got on a free table a couple years ago. This is my Colorworks socks. So this is as far as I've got, and I put it back on DPNs. Oh, they're so cute. This is my leftover yarn from my wildflower sweater that I did last year. So anyway, I'm just trying to get through the foot. Oh, this is my Wise Owl Knits Progress Keeper that she gave us at the retreat. This little owl, so cute. Anyway, I'm just trying to get through the foot so that I can start the other one because I want to use these DPNs for the cuff. I have my tiny circulars, but, and I didn't hate using them, but I only want to use them on the colorwork. Those are my colorwork socks. I also have these in this sock bag. I don't think this has a tag on it. I bought this at the Interweave Yarn Fest a couple of years ago. And I'm just showing you these because I worked on them some. So, ta-da! This is the second sock. I have the first one. This is yarn by Cannon Hand Dyes. I think it's called the Bull and Blossom, which sounds to me like the name of a pub. I don't know if it's from something. This was a sock set. Here's the mini skein. It's like a, I don't know what you would call this. It's like fawn. One thing that's interesting, I don't know if I showed you this last time. Way back here, I discovered that I had dropped a stitch like down near the beginning. So I picked it, I was like here, as you can see, I picked it up and it made it really tight right here. So you can really see it's got this little line. I'm really hoping, I don't think it's gonna completely block out, but I'm really hoping that it will not be annoying because I'm not ripping back to fix it to the beginning of the sock. But anyway, I do want to get these done. This is the whole thing. I'm such a slow sock knitter, and it's only because I get bored, because I did once knit a sock in like 2 days and it was awful. I hated it so much. I'm just a really slow sock knitter. So, but I wear my socks every day. Every day. I'm wearing some right now. And they're starting to wear out. Like, I'm just now starting to get to the point where I'm getting holes and stuff like that. So I really need to finish these. Okay, in this bag, I will just tell you, this is another bag by Delightful Works, my newest one. And I will just briefly show you. This is Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. I have 2 of these. Coffee Please with a Shot of Cynicism on her Sarama sock, which is an 80/20 sock yarn. It's so pretty. So I am knitting a test for my Advent calendar for this year. I'm trying to do it early. I'm trying really hard. So I will just kind of flash it to you, because of course this is not the yarn that I will be using, and it's not much to look at here, but that's what I'm doing with this. So you may or may not see that again until after Christmas this year, but I am working on that. Secret knitting. Also, okay, what do I have in here? Okay, and this is a bag one of my friends made me years ago. It's very soft. Ivy picked this bag out for me because she said that the colors were good. So this was my retreat exclusive colorway at the Knitty McPurley retreat. It's called Grapevine Connection. And so it's like aqua, blue, purple, and pink. And then it's overdyed with black. And I love how it turned out. It's so cool. And I am using that in conjunction with the minis that Devin gave us, the 20-gram mini skein set. And I'm making a lefty. This is the Lefty by Martina Baim. How do you show this? Okay, here we go. So I've made one of these before, and this is kind of funny because it's kind of the opposite color-wise. My other main color and my other one is kind of like a very light pearl gray, and I have like dark autumn colored minis, like red, orange, and gold, and a green. So but I love how this turns out. So this is just one of those little asymmetrical shawls, and it's like increasing all the time on this side, and then every once in a while you do one of these little leaves. And I have not memorized the pattern yet for the leaves, but I'm getting close. And one interesting thing I'm doing is that this calls for wrap and turn, and I am doing for the leaves, and I'm doing German short rows, and I really wasn't sure if it was going to work out because the German short rows don't occur at the same time that you would pick up the wraps, but it's working out really well. And I have 5, there were 6 mini skeins, and there was more of a bubblegum pink, and so I'm just doing this reddish pink. And so I took that one out. So there's a pink, green, gray, blue, and then I also have this purple. So I am very excited to add that in next. And this is feeling like a really quick knit right now because it's so short, but of course, eventually the rows are gonna get really long. And really what I would like to do is just go until I run out of yarn, because my other one is not quite full size. And I do wear it a lot, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just do kind of a similar size, but I want it to be a little bit bigger. So that is the Lefty by Martina Baim. Oh, I did finish, I know this is totally out of order. I finished Teddy's leftover sweater. So here it is in all its glory. It's the sleeve number 1. Sleeve number 2. And even though I know that the sleeves bug him, he did not take this off for like 10 days. So this is why I like to knit for him, because I think he honestly just likes the warmth, and he wore it to church, he wore it to co-op, he wore it to bed. He wore it for like 10 days, and it still looks pretty good. I don't know if he wants me to wash it. He like took it to my room, so he might want me to wash it. But anyway, that is all done, and I still have some of these yarn colors left. I'm thinking about making a classic ribbed hat, that Pearl Soho pattern that's free, because I think that would make a really nice stripy hat. I've seen other people do that, especially Amy of Noble Character Crafts is doing that a lot right now, where she's just making tons and tons of stripy ribbed hats, and they all look amazing. So maybe I will try to make some hats. So anyway, that is Teddy's sweater. I'm super happy that that is done. Okay, I have a little bit of cross stitch. So last time I showed you my little ducks cross stitch, which I have worked on a little bit. And then I discovered I was missing some of the flosses, and so I got those, and I'm gonna keep working on that. But I did start a new one. Let's see, does it go this way? Yeah. I started this. This is all I've got done so far. And I will put a picture up here. This is, I don't remember what it's called, but it's by Owl Forest Embroidery. Is it Owl Forest? Whatever. And I have been wanting to start this for a long time. And I got into this mood where it was like, you know what? I might not finish this for a long time. I should finish the other things I've started, yes, but I'm just going to start this, and I can just work on it when I feel like working on it. So that is what I'm doing. And I have a couple other cross-stitch acquisitions that I will be getting in the mail in a couple weeks, probably, when the Nashville cross-stitch market is over. I will show you those when I get them. But I just felt like cross-stitching, and I was just tired of being like, no, 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 you have to wait until you finish the other things. So I have one yarn acquisition, which is this skein of Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. This is her Thicket colorway. And I got Americana DK. This is from the Knitting McPrilly retreat. We did a swap. And I love this color. I mean, this is the whole thing about being a yarn dyer. Yes, I could probably dye something similar to this, but I wanted this one. And I'm so happy, Lynn, with it. It's so pretty. And as you can see, I really like dark green. I just love it. So it's got some beautiful variation in it, and it's got some blue in it, and I just cannot wait to knit something. I'm getting kind of a little DK collection, and I'm not sure what to do with it. I don't really just want to make a blanket. I have a lot of DK leftovers, which I might use to make a blanket, but this needs to be something special. So thank you, Lynn. But I do have some book acquisitions. So first of all, I got 2 Agatha Christie books. These are from my used bookstore. Endless Night. And I'm really excited about this one because I don't know if I've ever read it. That hardly ever happens to me with Agatha Christie anymore. But if I have read it, I don't remember. Like, I hate reading the back of books. So I just kind of very briefly looked over it, and it just doesn't sound familiar. So I am super excited. What always happens to me when I get these kind of like rare, you know, Maltese Falcon kind of books is that then I don't want to read it because then it won't be there anymore to read, which is silly. So anyway, I'm very excited to read this. I don't know. You have to be careful with Agatha Christie because sometimes her books were named differently in England, and so you can be like, I've never heard of that name, but it's just, you know, that was the British version. Or sometimes I think through the years they changed the names because then they're like, maybe people will buy this again, and I certainly will do that. But hopefully I have either never read this or at least I don't remember, and I can enjoy that. I don't think I own it for sure, so I'm very excited about that. I also got this Midwinter Murder Fireside Tales from the Queen of Mystery. And this is all short stories, so I may have read all of these short stories, but I think they're sort of collected as like a winter collection, so I really like that. I love the winter so much. I'm enjoying the prospect of spring and nicer weather and stuff, but I'm already kind of sad winter is going to be gone. So I was very excited to get this too. And then I saw this. I just happened to see this. This is an Irish country doctor. And I am pretty sure that I saw someone talking about this on a podcast. I think it was Emily of Woldenburn. Emily, tell me if I'm right. And it was in the mystery section. And I thought this was sort of like a all creatures great and small kind of thing. But it looks like it's also a mystery. So I think it's that feeling of a country doctor going around kind of like he was a country vet. So anyway, I'm very excited about that and looking forward to reading that. It's so nice to have some new books because I was sort of stuck, I think, rereading. Watson, please don't bother me. I'm almost done. Quickly, I have a very exciting announcement for my shop. I am going to be starting a yarn club. I'm calling this the Classic Tales Yarn Club, and it's going to be based on classic children's literature. At least that's how I'm going to start out. And the first issue is going to be Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So I'm taking my inspiration from vintage illustrations, things like that from the original book. And you can either choose a sock set, which would just be 100 grams of a fingering weight yarn and a 20-gram mini skein, or you can choose 2 full skeins, and one will be a variegated and one will be a coordinating tonal yarn, which is what the sock yarn and the mini skein are going to be. And you can get those in fingering weight or DK weight. So that way, if you want to collect yarns for a blanket, maybe you want to do a book blanket, or if you want to collect a few and do a sweater, or if you just want to have options. The listing is up right now. By the time this podcast is published, I will have published the listing also. So there's going to be a very limited number. I don't know if it's going to sell out or not. I have no idea. But if you would like to get that, please sign up. This is not a recurring cost. I don't know how to do a subscription in Etsy. So this is just going to be, you pay for this one, and then when I do the next one, you'll pay for that one if you want to get it. So that way you can just buy the ones you want. You can pick your favorite books, or you can give yourself a little birthday present. The yarn is going to be a mystery. And you will also get stitch markers, other treats and goodies, which you will have to wait and see. But I think it's going to be a really good value and a really fun little gift to give yourself. So I hope that you will check that out. I will link my Etsy shop below. I also have some fun things coming up probably next month. I have a collaboration I'm doing with Susan of Delightful Works and Elizabeth of EB&Co. And we are doing another bag, yarn, and progress keeper stitch marker collaboration that will be in my shop in April. So that is what I have right now. And I just hope you guys will let me know if you are interested in test knitting this. Let me know what classic children's books you would be interested in me doing for the Classic Tales Yarn Club. I would love to have some suggestions. I mean, I have lots of favorites, but if there's something that's your favorite, let me know and I'll try to put it in the rotation. And I hope you will all have a great rest of your day and enjoy your knitting. Bye. What are you doing?
And Sandy Mountain is there.
Do you have something to say to the knitters? What's that?
What's that?
Where did you find that?
This was right there.
Oh.
Where it hangs. But I hang it under the table last year.
Oh, you did that last year?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm just going to do it to my. I'm going to sew it. I'm going to just sew it to my collection.
To your collection?
Yeah. This collection. My bracelet collection.
You have a bracelet collection?
Yeah.
Is it like pirate treasure?
Yeah.
You should go bury it and then have your pirates find it.
What?
Why not?
What? It's a bracelet.
Yeah, but it's made of gold.
It's made of gold.
Mm-hmm. And jewels.
Jewels.
Mm-hmm.
Jewels.
It's probably worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like one of these, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And someone might buy it from you, and you could do pirate things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Can you go do that?
What?
Teddy, you are in my light. Teddy? Teddy? Are we headed for another blooper extravaganza? Okay, well then, shoop, shoop.
I got a picture of this for your bloopers.
No! Husband in underpants. So. Grady, no, you cannot come and be a part of my... You're back. Teddy, please take him away. Teddy? Teddy! Take him to your room and have him listen to a Mario Bros. Show, okay? No. Yes, you can have one. If you take him, please.
We'll go with lunch with Mario.
Is this what about with some apple bread?
Oh, yay!
Okay, quietly. So, Grady. Shh. Or, you know, if it's... Okay, shut the front door. Okay, I'm trying to talk to the camera. Toby, are you going... Toby!
I'm really quiet. I can be so quiet. See?
Go. Papa's waiting for his computer. Okay. So what was I saying?
Okay,
Why are you here?
Daddy.
Why are you being silly? Did you eat some apple bread?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Tell the people about it.
I eat some apple bread.
Okay. Okay, tell them again nicely without hitting the camera. What did you eat?
What did I see?
Apple bread.
Apple bread.
Was it delicious?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you go back and see Teddy again?
No.
Teddy! Teddy!
He's back.
He's back and worse than ever. Please take him. Say bye to the knitters.
Goodbye, neighbors. But I had to just stay here.
Forever?
No. You can just get your podcast in you can do your podcast forever, and you can just sleep in the chair, and when it's morning, you can just wake up and do your podcast now.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you go play. Okay?
Well, I don't want to. I want to stay. No, I want to stay.
No.